channel is Teddy Pandas, just my name.
I've been shouting you out all day.
Or LG Teddy Panda 6T V. Thank you.
All right.
So in a Lucci mirror.
Nah.
First or second? Second?
Huh?
Shout out yourself there. Let's do it.
You want second,
You
yeah.
got the two
Yeah.
Lucci players, you know, crying against each other so they can face the Black Yellow Luffy.
You want to see pictures of my 2 kids? You can look at my Instagram.
Greg, you get to look at Greg's family today.
Yeah.
I got that.
So this is going to be
Low, mid-roll.
an OP7 throwback of Lucci's every day.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to Teddy. I have seen that he has started his channel recently.
Yeah.
He's been putting out a lot of gameplay videos out there. So I know he likes to play Vegapunk a lot. So if you are interested in Vegapunk gameplay, Teddy is one of those creators that plays it.
I saw him playing it earlier. I asked him, I'm like, you playing Vegapunk for the event? And he was like, nah, it has all the OP8.5 stuff. It looks like he's trying to
Make it work.
make it work in OP8.5, and I think it is a workable deck.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. You could build it so many different ways. Go more of the egghead package, or throw in those moms, the 6-drop moms from the starter deck. So Vegapunk has gotten a little bit more versatile.
Because also too, it does pretty well into Dofi.
It does. I mean, yeah, you could definitely put out those egghead Luffys and start popping the field.
Yep.
Automatically.
That
so,
and I'm blanking on the name, but the one that doesn't get KO'd by battle if you have less life.
Yeah, Atlas.
Yep. So
And
you
then
can
you're already starting off with
so
less
you can starve out that Dofi.
Definitely. So, yeah, Vegapunk is definitely it's a fun deck. I've ran it a couple times. Got smoked.
Yeah.
I can't play it. Maybe I have some good days,
It's not for the faint of heart. You're always on edge.
Yeah, but Teddy is definitely one that knows how to pilot it. So here we go. Looks like Greg lost dice roll and is going first, or he chose to go first because King or Jack on curve is actually very good.
So that's what I was thinking. Because Jack on curve for this matchup, very good.
Yep. And unfortunate that you do see Amoria hit the trash off the Spandam here.
Yep. And in the mirror, if I was, the other player, I would look at that and already be feeling like pretty good. Just seeing one in trash already.
Attached to Don and pass the turn.
There you go. No Don wasted. I'd love to see it.
Expert plays.
Yep. You never want to waste a Don. Such a great play by Teddy. So 3 Don here for Greg. Just swinging 5. Obviously, you want to add stuff to trash, and great to see the Rebecca hit the trash. Teddy will take it, and looks like he's putting pressure with the Spandam, which is a good play. It's kind of like a Katakuri when you would attach it on a swing of pudding.
Yeah, if you got nothing else to do, get a card out of their hand, or maybe they got to take that second life.
Yep. And countering out with the Spandine is something that Lucci wants to do to set up that Moria Rebecca Spandine 2 Lucci play.
Yep.
It used to just be Rebecca, Hina, Lucci, and now it's an even bigger mouthful.
Yep. Yeah, that Spandine made those Gecko plays less awkward.
So pick up Brook, play Brook, minus KO the Spandam.
Yep.
That is a great
already great turn.
Yep, great thing to do. Getting rid of that body, not allowing him to swing with it again. Here, I think I would just start swinging at the Brook.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that Brook.
So he's got 6 cards in hand. It's gonna take a 2K if he wants to save the Brook.
See, so
or
he's got
Rebecca.
a Lucci and trash set up. Ice Age goes.
Chooses to block with the Rebecca, and then 5. Ooh, gets rid of the Brook anyway.
Okay.
And he has to choose CP cards because that is one of the requirements that Kaku has. If not, I would have threw that Moria at the bottom of the deck all day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go 7 5 to lead, activate Lucci, mill 2.
Ends up milling an Ice Age, which could be very helpful in the late game to get rid of Jack. You could Ice Age and Jack. Teddy does have the curve to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So not seeing that in hand kind of is unfortunate. Because next turn, Greg can't establish Jack.
Yeah,
and
because
maybe get rid of something
Ice
too.
Ages are very good in this matchup too, because being able to keep doing your Gecko plays while using one Dawn to get like their Geckos or whatever down far enough, very important.
Yep. Ends up playing the 6-cost Thriller Bark Brook. So
Now he's at 7. Even if he can't get rid of anything, I think it still might be a good idea if he has the Jack to just establish it.
all day, yeah. Because then it's going to
Because
be something he's going to want to get rid of.
Because 7 Dawn is already an awkward turn, you're not going to be doing something very explosive with it.
And I haven't seen many lists running this Brook anymore either. A lot of them have taken it out. But it is a good tech. Specifically for this, obviously you just got rid of a body.
Yeah.
Also for Nami as well, being able to force them to put 3 cards back into the deck. Which I'm not sure. Well, do we know the other players that made it into Top Cut?
7 lead.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we have a BY and a Dofi also in Top Cut right now.
Yep. So for both these Lucci players, I pray for them they don't see a BY Luffy.
Yeah, pretty much. No matter what, we're going to see a Lucci in the final.
Yep.
So he ends up playing Soap Sheep to get this Brook down to a 1 cost. He has 4 Don. He could Lucci. I don't know if that's the play here, though.
Yeah, he has an okay sized trash, but you're getting rid of a lot of good resources. Just the trade-off for 1 Brook.
Yeah. But I think if you want to keep putting the pressure on, you got to remove the field. Oh,
yep.
Looks like Rebecca and grabbing that. Did he have a Brook?
I don't know what he grabbed.
No, Teddy had the Brook in trash.
Yeah. Well, there is a Brook.
Yep. And it does not pop it, which is unfortunate. But he's able to establish it at least.
Yeah, it establishes it. Acts as a pseudo blocker. You already got the Rebecca right there. But Teddy is on his 8 Dawn turn now.
Yeah, could Moria into something.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Lucci in trash, but still just having the 3-cost Brook is good enough to get rid of Brook.
I think I would have rather swung at the Brook to get it off the field than swing at lead.
Yeah.
Unless he's planning on removing both of them.
Well, did he -1 on the Brook? Because if he -1 on the Brook...
So 6 to Brook.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Interesting.
6.
Gecko.
Oh, tapping 8.
Yep.
So we'll get back Rebecca and Helmeppo. Helmeppo's going to -3 to Brook. Rebecca's going to pick up Brook. Play out
There it
Brook.
goes. So he ends up popping it.
Okay.
Down a little bit. And then I'll pass the turn.
So there you go.
Yeah, so this is...
And I have 6 in hand.
This can also maybe, I'm not sure, it could be a tiny bit awkward. Because if Greg wants to respond with a Gecko, he only has 1 Dawn left for an event to minus something. That Brook being a 6 cost is actually huge.
Yeah, and not only that, if he tries to swing at the 3-cost Brook, he has the Rebecca to block.
Yeah, and, he'll probably just chump block that all day.
Yeah.
To force the removal. Don't let it be free.
So he's swinging at the 3-cost Brook.
That's interesting.
Think he's going to establish Jack this turn?
It seems like I'm not sure.
So chooses to block with the Rebecca, which is probably the best choice regardless, just because he might have just popped it with the Jack.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have a Rebecca followed by a Sabo, just get rid of it. He has a full board. He minused it anyway. Just chump block that again. Make him work for the important characters.
Not sure what Greg can do here. He could establish the Jack.
Yeah,
if he has a Tempest kick, at best, he could get that 6-cost Brook in range and get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the Brook sticking is going to give him another -1 with his leader swing. So he could give -2 to whatever Greg decides to play out on the field.
Yeah, I think if Greg can't manage to get 2 characters off a board, that's a lot of pressure Teddy can come in with. And it looks like he's really debating, I believe, Moria.
Moria, grab the Rebecca back and grab another counter from the trash is not a bad play. It's just unfortunate he is unable to remove bodies off of Teddy's field, which is what he needs to do here.
Yeah.
Allowing him to, if he even plays the Gecko and passes over to Teddy, having the field that he has is going to be bad for Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, your grade's looking a little wonky. That's the thing I didn't like about Gecko and Black Yellow Woodland was that you don't play much 2-cost.
He could play out a Rebecca Sabo.
That's what, with how his Dawn is set up, that's what it's kind of looking like here. Because I feel like if he was going for some sort of board clear, he wouldn't have minus that Rebecca the 3.
Looks like he might be.
Jack?
Yep, looks like Jack might be hitting the field now.
Yep.
Jack getting rid of the Brook helps out, lets him cycle 1 card out of hand.
Pass with 2 up.
There's not much Greg could have done there. He's got 6 cards in hand.
Yeah.
At best, he could have played a Spandam to probably search.
Yeah.
But that's if he has Spandam in hand.
Let's go 5 to lead, activate Lucci, I'll trash 2.
See, Lucci Helmeppo, that's tough.
So, counters out with the
Now-
Spandine.
I don't know what you think. Is it advantageous to use that Gecko and get rid of that Jack?
No, because it looks like he's going to try to go for the removal.
Oh.
Oh, Kaido. There you go. Got it in
Yeah.
range.
Trash Jack, have you trash a card.
Oof.
This is a tech that a lot of Luccis have been putting in recently because of Blackbeard,
Yep.
since the Kaido is an activate main. So this is just a lot of pressure on Greg here because now the Gecko's going to swing for 9.
Yeah. A 9 cost, an 8 cost, and an awkward 6 cost
Yep.
with nothing on Greg's board. That's tough.
And I don't think there's any way he's able to remove the Kaido and the Gecko in the same time.
He's trashed, I think, a couple Ice Ages already. So that's unfortunate. Because if he can't make some good clears, I mean, you block her up, but then I think it's basically just stalling at that point. You're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah, no, and even then, the Kaido and the Gecko are such big bodies where it's going to force him to either give him the blocker if he plays any, or give him his entire hand. And being down to 1 life, Teddy pretty much has him where he wants him to be at.
Yep.
And again, if you want to see these riveting gameplay, you know, subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg contemplating what to do here exactly.
Yep. So far from what I've seen from Teddy, I mean, every play has just been perfect and calculated.
Mm-hmm. Yep, being able to remove anything that Greg plays is exactly how you want to do it.
Okay, get that Moria down to 5.
Mm-hmm. This is where he plays double Ice Age and another Tempest Kick. And Lucci's everything.
I mean, that'd be good for him. I hope he has it, because right now this is just
Greg can only hope right now.
he can only hope right now. Let's see. He still has 9 Dawn. He has 2 to the side.
That Tempest Kick
7.
is good, though, because it draws him a card and is able to cycle, or not cycle, but try to find a different answer. But not too sure if Greg found the answer that he wanted here.
Yeah, he has 7 Dawn set to the side.
7 at
Swinging 7 at the Brook, giving him minus reduction. Is he going to do the Gecko again? Bringing it down to 4?
Yeah. Teddy doesn't have
Yep.
too many cards.
And there goes another Tempest.
I don't think Teddy can counter. Yep. Teddy only has the 1K counter in Sabo right now. So that also telegraphs a lot for Greg, because if you were Teddy, you would just 2K out of that all day.
Yeah. 5, what is it, 4 Dawn left?
He has 7 total. Now he goes down to 5.
3, gets rid of that. Was that a 1 cost now?
So I think he's trying to
He's going to
Lucci.
Rebecca. I think he might get Rebecca and grab the Brook.
Unless he has a Rebecca. I don't know if he has a Spandine in there to get a Lucci out.
If he does, there is a... Yeah, there it goes. Spandine.
Yeah, he has to do that. Clear the 2. And then Teddy only has 2 swings, and that Rebecca's there.
Kick flip with the car. So at least he's able to reduce 2, which is exactly what Greg needed to do here.
Yep.
All comes down to if Teddy can remove this Rebecca, which is not a lot to do for Lucci.
No,
easy.
I mean, looking at Teddy's hand, yeah, he can remove it, but if he just wants the finish of the game, how much Dawn do you realistically want to spend? But he's still good to just wait a turn.
That is true.
He has 3 life.
And board clear what Greg just played as well.
And that's what it looks like Teddy is going to do.
Nope, going to lead.
Trash to -1 your Lucci.
I think here he's gonna have to counter out.
Yeah, you got to counter out here.
Give him the Rebecca so he can't pop it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to take the Kaido swing. Yep. So he ends up giving him the Rebecca. Yep, putting all the pressure. And then maybe he's running the 1-of tech rush Lucci.
That's leaving 10 Dawn up. I know he has that Sabo in hand. It looks like he's going Jack. Yep.
Yep. Clears the board.
I'll pitch Lucci, KO your Lucci.
Yep.
Play 3 for a Brook, minus Helmeppo, KO nothing, and pass the turn.
Yeah, here, even if he wanted to try to go for game 3 life, is not it. Looking at his hand, looks like he just has a bunch of counter from the looks of it. So I don't think Greg will be able to really remove anything unless he attaches a lot of down and swings big.
Yeah, and Greg has used a lot of his events already, which I know Lucci runs a lot, but that Jack, very difficult to remove. Kaido's a 9 cost. The Brook, it's just out there to be a body.
Yeah.
And at 0 life, you have to block her up.
Yeah. And you need to basically Rebecca Sabo here. And even then, I don't think that's much of a save with 4 swings coming his way.
No, because at that point, you're just chipping with your leader and cycling. And, you know, Teddy will still have his whole turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what Greg has in his hand right now. But definitely that Kaido being established is what set the tone for this match.
Yeah, getting rid of that Jack was so important for Teddy. It really shifted the tides on that.
Yep, that's exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, Greg just hasn't been able to respond. He had to stretch his resources so far to remove those bodies last turn.
Not only that, it took Greg a lot to... It took Greg a while to be able to filter his trash to where he needed it to be. So there goes Sabo onto the field. Does he play another one?
Because he played Sabo first, unless he already has the second one, he might be searching for just something.
For counter.
Yeah.
And this is where the Rebecca would be great first, to be able to grab a 2K from the trash.
Yep.
But it all comes down to if he sees it.
I'm wondering what Greg is contemplating here. Whether it's just the counter, the pitch. Oh, just 2 Luccis.
Yeah, that's something you want to get rid of
Yeah,
as soon as you see them.
yeah. I don't know what the contemplation was about because like if he makes it the next turn, I mean, I don't think he's gonna be playing Lucci's.
No, and does leader ability.
Okay.
If he would have swung first, maybe milled out
No trigger.
the Lucci's. Who knows if that's exactly what he saw off the top of his deck.
You know what? I think he was hoping to have an event, so then he could use a Lucci and maybe pop something. He might have one in hand.
Even then, with an event, there's nothing you can really remove. The Jack is an 11, the Kaido is a 9, maybe the Brook, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to, well, no, use 5 for the Sabo, so even if you use an Ice Age, you're not getting Kaido down enough. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're only getting rid of 1 character.
Yeah, and then looks like Greg is playing the Span 9 and cycling a lot of the events back to probably play a Lucci, or maybe Khalifa.
If he has no counter, I guess Khalifa, but he might be just getting a Lucci out there just to have a body, and I guess
Yeah, he's
get rid
getting
of
rid
that.
of Brook.
But you
And
still got 2 big bodies on board and 1 blocker.
5 cards in hand. At best, they're all 2Ks.
I think even
Which would
at
only
best
give
with
him
all
10K.
2Ks, I mean, you could just start attaching Dawn.
Delete, activate Lucci, trash 2, -1 your Sabo.
Interesting.
Ooh. He might have a card that trashes.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, maybe baiting out a counter so he doesn't turn the Sabo. He might have.
No.
Interesting. Oh,
Rebecca
unless he's
Sab?
going to get a
Oh,
Sabo.
Brook.
Trash your Sabo.
That's a way to do it.
Yep, and then just an 8-9.
Sorry. How'd you play out Brook?
I picked up Brook with Rebecca, played out nothing, and then paid 6 Dawn to play Brook.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
no,
no Don.
no Dawn,
Okay,
no Dawn.
gotcha.
Nope, just a regular 08.
Yeah,
Got
maybe
it.
should have just
That makes
maybe
more
just
sense.
should have swung it.
Yeah, so, yeah, an 8 and a 9 with 4 cards
Oh, it
in
was a
hand.
Gecko and
Even
Ice
if they're all
Age.
2Ks.
Play out his 5 and
There you
7.
go.
Oh, boy.
And Teddy ends up winning round 2 in Top Cut,
Yep.
securing his round in the finals here.
Taking it back to the casters.
Yeah, so he's in the finals. I don't know how the other match went, if it's still going.
I'll find out.
It's definitely, it was what, BY and Dofi?
BY and
So,
Dofi was the other semifinals
If it's
match.
BY, it's going to give Teddy a little run for his money there.
Yep.
As, you know, Gear 5 just said, Lucci has been teching in the Kaido and the Brook specifically for the BY matchup to be able to trash on plays since it does go around the Sabo.
Yeah.
And with Lucci swinging 1, bringing the Gecko down to 7 can just activate me and get rid of it with the Kaido.
Yep.
So
Yep.
definitely a really good win on Teddy over Greg. Saw exactly what we needed to see, and we saw how those tech cards can change the turn of the game right there.
Yeah, I mean, he perfectly executed that 6-cost Brook twice. 6-cost, it's awkward to get rid of. You got to use events.
Even then, the Rebecca grabbing it back. Too.
Yeah, Greg did have some unfortunate trashing. You know, it was tough, but Teddy really just controlled that game from the start.
Yeah, he saw everything and needed it. Was able to remove everything that was played onto the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greg not being able to do the same on the clapback is what it was.
Yep.
But was able to see the Rebeccas and grab the Brooks every single time he needed.
Yeah, and what I've my limited experience with Lucci, and I am a terrible Lucci player, but at least like in the mirrors, I've noticed just like as the player, like if you're in the better position, your planning for the turn is just so simple. And then when you're on the backswing, I mean, you're just trying to extend like every resource possible. And, you know, sometimes you get out of the situation, but I feel like when you're extending every resource just to catch up, like you're also setting yourself back.
Yeah, I played a lot of Lucci in 07.
Yeah.
So if you aren't able to remove your opponent's characters the turn they are played and they survive a turn, you're just in for a world of hurt. Because I have been punished for choosing not to pop and establishing a big body just for them to go and knock mine and just knock me out. So it is something where in a Lucci mirror you have to remove your opponent's field every single turn.
Yeah, because like if Lucci slips tempo for like even one turn in the late game, it's very tough because then you start knocking their board or you start going in a winning position with their life. And that's one thing I noticed with Lucci is like if you lose that tempo in late game, it's very difficult to come back.
Oh yeah, easy, without a doubt. And again, shout out to Teddy, winning the match, going into the finals of Top Cut. So no matter what, Greg is still getting a manga.
Yep.
Whether he gets third or fourth, I believe they're going to probably play one more round to see who exactly is third and fourth place, because fourth place will just be given whatever manga is not chosen from the top 3 players.
Yep.
So no matter what, Greg is still walking away with prizing, which is good for him. Teddy gets to play for the big ones, which, again, we only reached Tier 2 of this tournament, so...